What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing today? Let me log into the YouTube channel through the YouTube app. How's everybody doing? As soon as you get in here, hit that like button down below, y'all. Hit that like button if you like these videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I gotta go to the Facebook really quick. Hold on. I gotta go to the Facebook really quick. Let me go pin this over here. Let me pin this over here really quick. All right. Let me go to the Facebook really quick and add this onto the Facebook Live. Come on, join in, y'all. Join in. Come, everybody get up in here. Hit that like button as soon as you join. Drop a comment down below. We're going to get right into it. Give me 1 second. Let me go add the stream really quick. Where is it, y'all? Where is it? Where is it? Why is it not popping up, y'all? YouTube be bugging sometimes, man. Let me try it again. Let me close out, log in again. Alright, whatever. YouTube don't want me to share the page today, man. Let me go over here. Let me see if it's over here. There we go. YouTube is playing around today. Let me share this real quick. How's everybody doing? Don't forget, hit that like button down below. We're going to get into it. Give me a second, y'all. Let me send this over to the Facebook page really quick. All right, let's go. I got it. All right, give me hashtag this right here. All right, cool. All right, we got it. We on Facebook Live right now, and we on the YouTube channel live. Thank everybody for joining the stream tonight. Get up in here. Don't forget, as soon as you join the stream, if you like these videos, hit that like button down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notified. If you want to support 16 Bars, hit the PayPal link down below. Support the channel. We appreciate you. Looking at the chat, I see Diamond ONYX is in the building. Shine bright like a diamond is here. Jason is in the building. Jason, what's good? Thanks for coming through. I see Kawana McCrae. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Kawana. My apologies. Kawana McCrae is here. Kawana, we got Diamond ONYX says, let's go. Slam the countdown. Okay, yes, ONYX Slam. We coming with that. Jason says, what up, Slam? I'm here and I'm getting straight to it. It happens. Who you got in versus Sean Paul or Shaggy? I saw your post today, Jason. I'm going with Sean Paul, man. I'm going with Sean Paul. I like Shaggy too. Don't get me wrong. I like Shaggy. But Jason, I'm definitely going with Sean Paul. Cause you make me holler, you make me sing. I can't take your tenderness. I just did dotty love. I'm still in love. I'm going Sean Paul, man. Sean Paul for the win, Jason. Diamond ONYX says, Jason Sweet, what up, bro? Kawana McCrae says, what the F listeners to who the F listens to DDG? He never even, he's not even a good rapper. You know what, McCrae? I didn't know who he was either. I had to go on my title. I went on my title, pulled up his resume, pulled up his title usually puts your 5 hot songs. Whenever you log on the title and you put an artist, you search for an artist, they usually give you their hot songs first. So I had to go check him out, listen to his 4 hot tracks. That's what Tidal puts there. And then I started listening to a couple of his albums as well. So Kawana, I didn't know who he was either, but I do know some of his songs. So I guess I didn't know who he was, but I wasn't aware of who he was. I listened to a couple of his tracks. I listened to a couple of his albums, and I'm going to get into it as well, too. So, Kawana, thank you for that. NYC 187 is in the building. NYC, thanks for coming through. Diamond ONYX says, for me, damn, Sean Paul love Afrobeat, soca, and dance hall. So Diamond loves the dance hall. Who's Diamond going with? I think she's going to go with Sean Paul. Alright, so let's get into it, y'all. I was surveying Twitter as I normally do, and the artist DDG, he claims that today's rappers are 10 times, it's even hard for me to say this. He claims that rappers today are 10 times better than the rappers of old. So the rappers of the 90s, he's saying that the rappers today are 10 times better. We're going to get into that today. Do you believe what he is saying? Are you one of those that agree with what DDG is saying? Or are you on the other side? You think he's crazy? This is what I want you all to do today. And I made my list as well. I made my list. I got my list. I need y'all to list 10 rappers. If you're watching this right now, give me your 10 rappers. If you're with DDG, give me 10 rappers that are better than 10 rappers of the 90s. If you're not with DDG, drop 90s, drop 10 90s rappers who are better than any 10 rappers today. Again, I'm challenging y'all. I'm challenging all of y'all. If you're with DDG and what he's saying, I need you to list 10 rappers that are better than rappers from the 90s. If you don't agree with DDG, I need you to drop 10 90s rappers. 90s, early 2000s, 2010-ish. 2005 is still considered old school rap. So 2005-ish, you can go maybe 2005-ish. Drop 10 rappers that are better than any of these new school artists. We're going to get into it today. BC is in the building. BC, thanks for coming through. So this is my question to y'all. Is he right? Is he right? Is he correct in his statement saying that rappers of today are 10? He didn't say they're better. He didn't say they're one time better. They're a little bit better. He didn't say they're slightly better. He said that they are 10 times better than 90s rappers. 10 times better. But is he right though? Does he have a point? Rappers are selling more than rappers were selling in the 90s. And I know a lot of people, whenever you bring up how good an artist is, how great an artist is, a lot of people always throw sales numbers out there. Excuse me. I'm not one to always use sales numbers. I think sales numbers are important when talking about an artist. I don't think it's everything. But a lot of people always bring up, they sold a lot. They're selling records. They're getting streams. I saw 6ix9ine put up his new video when he just came back out. He put up the video. Let me get it, because I don't want to misquote. I don't want to misquote it. Okay? I don't want to misquote it. Let me pull up the video. Okay, so 6ix9ine just came out with a video that he just released, right? Let me get the new video. And the new video is called Genie. 13 days ago. Now, the video already has 17 million views. So some people might say, hey, Onslaught, he's moving units. He's getting streams. Is DDG right? Are new artists better than artists of the 90s? Do bars count anymore? I saw a video with Lil Yachty some years back when he went on to one of those radio shows. And back in the 90s, freestyling used to be one of the biggest things in the 90s. If you couldn't freestyle, it was hard for you to get on if you couldn't freestyle back in the days. Freestyling was very important when it came to rapping off the top of the head. Can you think on the spot? Get a new beat? Can you rhyme to the beat? Can you flow to the beat? I saw a video with Lil Yachty some years back, and he couldn't freestyle. He could not freestyle. They gave him a beat. He said, yo, I can't. But I'm asking you, I'm asking y'all today, is DDG right when he says rappers of today are 10 times better than the 90s rappers? Let me hit the comment section. Let me see what you're talking about so far. Again, NYC 187 is here. Diamond ONYX is here. Jason is here. Kawana McCray is in the building. Thanks for coming through. BC is in the building. Thanks for coming through. Diamond ONYX says salute to Kawana McCray. Jason says I got Sean Paul as well. Him and DMX song is classic. Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom. That is a fly track. I like that track too. Here comes the boom. Thanks for that, Jason. And if you don't know, Sean Paul did an interview recently, and they asked about a verses with him and Shaggy, and he did state that he has too many hits for Shaggy. But again, like we've been talking about in the last few weeks, you can have 20 hits and Shaggy may not have 20 hits, but depending on how you play your songs could either sway the audience or that song might be a better song than the other artist's song. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks for that, Jason. Diamond said, let me go smash that like button. Hit the like button as soon as you join the stream, yo. Jason also says, I never heard of him, but that's the problem with these new young artists. They're quick to talk, but don't know what he's talking about. Hell no. Today's rappers ain't better than the 90s era rappers. I totally agree. Diamond ONYX has a comment. Diamond ONYX says, nope. Today's rappers will not get rotation like the 90s crew, meaning many years of play. That is right. You drive around Jamaica, Queens here, all you hear normally is a lot of older music or the older artists. You don't really hear a lot of new music like that around where I live. Diamond has another comment. Diamond says, muffed vocals, weak beats, non-lyrical. Ooh! Ooh! Talk to him! Talk to him, Diamond! Hold on, let me take some water. Hold on. Let me read that again. Diamond ONYX with the bars. Woo. Muffed vocals, weak beats, non-lyrical verses, etc. That's today's flow. You can have a raw beat nowadays and flourish in the industry for a short while. And that is very important what she said at the end. For a short while. I've been listening to a lot of new music for the last maybe 5-6 years, and it's hard for me to go back and play something within the last 5 years. I find it very hard going back to new music, even remembering new music like that. But then again, I'm old school, so thank you for that, Jason. That's a very nice comment. Diamond, that's a very nice comment. Howard Good is here. Howard Good has a top. Let's go through this. Like I said, if you agree with DDG, I need you to drop your top 10 new artists that are better than the 90s artists. If you don't agree with DDG, drop your top 10 list of 90s artists that are better than these new artists. Howard Good has a comment. Howard Good has Nas, Pac, Notorious B.I.G., Jay-Z, Scarface, whole Wu-Tang Clan. Wait a minute, you copying my list. Yo, you copying my list, Howard. Howard is copying my list. How do you get my list? Howard has... Hold up, Howard. Hold up. Howard is copying my list. Let me check my computer really quick to see if Howard got in the back door of my computer somehow. Howard is copying my list. I know. Nah. You got everything I have on my list, you have it? Nah. Howard is doing something to my computer. Let me go to his list again. Howard Good, Nas, Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, Scarface, the whole Wu-Tang Clan, Andre 3000, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Ice Cube, Mobb Deep, Big L, Big Pun, Bun B, Corrupt, my boy Corrupt, Daz and Corrupt, Raskars, AZ, Twister, Buster, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Guru, rest in peace, CL Smooth from CL Smooth, Boot Camp Clip. Oh man. Oh man. I can't take anybody off of that list. If I'm picking a top 10 from the 90s, if I'm telling somebody these are 10 of the best artists from back in the 90s, there's nobody on that list I can take off of there. Nobody. That's the list, Howard Good. That's the list. That's an amazing list. Jason says they're not selling more records. The streaming platform made them generate more money than rappers back then. We're going to talk about that right now, Jason. That's a great point as well. Don't forget, y'all, if you're here right now, hit that like button down below. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel down below. So I just want to put up the comment from DDG from his Twitter. Today's rappers are 10 times better than the rappers back in today. Respectfully, he says. So Jason just made a comment saying that they're not selling more records. The streaming platforms have made them popular, right? I'm going to put up one more thing here. I want you guys to see here before we move on to the next slide. Let me put up another slide here. Hold on a second. So this is what DDG followed up with after he posted that first post. He followed up with, I respect the older generation of hip-hop, but this generation creatively on another level, for real. Hip-hop ain't never been the #1 genre until now. And I know Jason just said this is the problem with a lot of new artists. They say things and they don't understand or they don't know. So DDG, I'm going to say that is very, very, very incorrect. Okay, we did a show some months back and we talked about numbers. We talked about all of the different genres and how they have changed over the years. All right, so let's revisit that for a second. Okay, so this is the list of music genres that we have up on the screen right now. Okay, so back in 1990, the most popular music genre back in 1990 was house, right? House, pop, Eurodance, techno pop, punk, techno, right? So house music back in the 90s, most popular genre of music. As you can see on that list, hip hop doesn't even crack the top 10. So even though in the 90s there were a lot of great hip hop artists back in 1990, remember Scarface, you got Ice Cube, you had what's his name, Slick Rick, you had Big Daddy Kane, you had KRS-One. You had a lot of amazing artists back in the 90s, but again, the #1 selling, you can see right there, is house music, right? So let's move up another 10 years. That was 1990, right? Let's move up another 10 years. So 10 years later, again, I think 1990 was, the 90s were the best era when it came to quality of hip hop. When it came to quality hip hop, I think the 90s had the best quality of hip hop. Iman is in the building. Iman, thanks for coming through. Big Sugar's in the building. Big Sugar, thanks for coming through. Again, today we're talking about the comments from the artist DDG. He claims that today's artists are 10 times better than artists of the 90s. If you agree with DDG's comment, I need you to drop 10 artists that are better than old school artists. If you don't agree with DDG, I need you to drop 10 artists from the 90s that are better than any 10 artists right now. Howard Good already dropped an amazing list. So We're looking at the sales numbers right now because DDG says that today artists are selling the most when it comes to album sales. This just started. So as you can see, in 2000, house music was the #1 selling music back then, most popular. Pop, rock, punk, indie. And you can see hip hop finally cracked the top 10. Hip hop is making its way up on the charts. Okay, so hip hop is coming more popular in that 2000s. Jay-Z, DMX, Tupac is selling, Big Pun, you know, guys like that, Ludacris, okay, Lil Kim. So 2000s, you can see music, hip hop is started to make its move up the charts when it comes to most popular genre of music. We're going to jump another 10 years. Let's jump to 2010. All right, we're going to jump to 2010. So 2010, hip hop is the #1 selling genre. Not 2022, not 2021, not 2019, not 2018, not 2017, not 2020. No! Right around the 2010-ish, around there, hip-hop is the most popular genre. So all of you new artists coming out now thinking, yeah, we started this, no. Lil Wayne. Put some respect on Lil Wayne's name. Lil Wayne pushed a lot of units. Eminem was moving units. But again, you can see 2010, hip-hop really started making its mark around that time, establishing itself as the #1 music genre. We're going to go another 10 years. Let's go another 10 years up. Let's go 2019. Let's go to 2019. So 3 years ago, 2019, as you can see, rap and hip hop is still the #1 selling genre. Techno, R&B is at number 13. Why do artists now think that, why do artists today think that they are better than artists of the 90s? When I ask people for their top 10s, just give me a top 10. Give me a top 10 all time. Why is it that we never see a lot of new artists in people's top 10s? If these artists today are so great, so amazing, why when you ask anyone to give them the top 10, give me a top 10, give me a top 10 all time. Normally people's top 10s are littered with 90s artists. I'm going to hit the comment section. I'm going to see what y'all talking about. Don't forget, y'all, today we're talking about DDG's comments. DDG says that today's rappers are 10 times better than the rappers of the 90s. We're also talking about today, in the next 16 days, ONYX versus Cypress Hill is on the way. Who you got? ONYX or Cypress Hills? Jason is also asking, Sean Paul versus Shaggy might happen. They asked Sean Paul. Sean Paul says Shaggy is not ready for him. We had a few comments from some of our viewers. Thank you all for always leaving your comments for us. We had a few comments from our community page. We put this up today. This is TBJ. Thank you for leaving a comment on our community page on our YouTube channel, TBJ. TBJ says, today's technology helps the new artists than back then. And that's a great point too. By having cell phones, having the internet, it's easier for the consumer to purchase the items. Okay, back in the 90s, early 2000s, whenever music was distributed, whenever music came out, you literally had to get up from your house, go somewhere, either walk to the store, walk to your favorite Circuit City or Best Buy, whatever it was, your mom and pops. You literally had to leave your house to go purchase music. Okay, some people, yes, you can get music in the mail, you can order CDs and stuff like that, but when music was released in the 90s, early 2000s, you literally have to leave your home to go out and purchase the new single, the new CD and stuff like that. Or, you listen to it on the radio would play the new singles and stuff like that. But when you were purchasing music, you had to literally leave your home to go and purchase music. Nowadays, that's not the case. You wake up in the morning, boom, it's right there. New music, new artists. Let me hit the button right here. Let me take a listen to this right here. So TBJ, thank you for that comment. Again, TBJ says, today's technology helps the new artists than back then. I totally agree with that. That has a big influence in sales of music today. Put up another comment here. This is from Nicholas McFarland. Nicholas, thanks for leaving a comment. Nicholas is also commenting on the DDG's comment, and Nicholas just has a whole bunch of laughing emojis. So Nicholas is just laughing at the notion that today's artists are better than 90s artists. Nicholas, thank you for that. We have a few more. Let me put up some more here. Let me put up another one here. All right, this one is from JK number 5. Again, thank you all for leaving your comments on our YouTube community page. JK number 5 commented, DDG question mark 10 times better, a bunch of laughing and crying emojis. So JK number 5, thank you for that. Thank you for leaving that comment. Let me hit one more over here. Let me hit one more of these comments here. And this is from G Mafia. G Mafia has a comment. G Mafia, thank you for the comment. G Mafia says, only because rappers today imitate rappers of the 90s and 2000 10 times as much. All right, so thank you for that. Let me see what you're talking about in the comment section. So again, Howard Good left his top 10. Well, more than top 10. So we asked the question, if you agree with the 90s, leave your top 10, or if you agree with DDG, leave your new artist top 10. Howard Good said Nas, Pac, Biggie, Jay-Z, Scarface, the whole Wu-Tang Clan, Andre 3000, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Mobb Deep, Big L, Big Pun, Bun B, Corrupt from the Dog Pound, Razzcast, AZ, Twista, Busta Rhymes, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Guru, CL Smooth, and Wu-Tang Click. Woo, that's a mighty good list. Diamond Onyx says, we love long-term artists in the music industry. Yes, you have to be relevant for more than 1 year. Diamond says, some of these new artists are cold, but a one-hit wonder. Top 10 lists? Give me a minute. So Diamond's going to give us her top 10 list soon. Jason says, Howard Good, great list, fire emojis. Diamond Onyx says, plus, oh boy, 70 million hits are not all in favor of DDG's remarks. Some took a look to see what the F he says. Yes, and what Diamond is talking about is 6ix9ine just released a music video a few weeks ago, and it's already topped 70 million. So yes, again, I do agree with Diamond on that. People tap in to see what's going on with him, just to take a look. But I'm very curious to see how many people actually go back and watch 6ix9ine's videos after they watch it for the first time. Thank you for that, Diamond. Again, Big Sugar's in the building. Big Sugar, thanks for that. Nicholas McFarland is here. JK number 5 is here. NYC 187 is here. Nicholas says, Nas, Tupac, Rakim, Wu-Tang Clan, Notorious B.I.G., Jay-Z, Big Pun, DMX, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg. That is a mighty top 10. I can't disagree with anything on that list, Nicholas. NYC 187 has a 90s list. NYC 187 says Tupac, Nas, Prodigy, Biggie, DMX, Corrupt, Raekwon, Pun, Cube, Snoop Doggy Dogg. NYC, I have no problem with that list. That's an amazing list. JK number 5. JK number 5 has a list. JK number 5 says 2015 was a good year in hip hop. Still can't compare to 1998, 1996, 1999, and the year 2000. 1998 was an amazing year for hip hop. 1996 was also an amazing year. 99, I have to go back and look at 99 a little bit. 2000 was also a great year for hip hop. Thank you for that, JK number 5. Nice. Big Suge. Big Suge got a comment. Big Suge says 90s rappers are way better by a mile. And Big Suge also says, but one thing I will admit is that rappers of this generation do make more money than rappers from back in the day. We're going to tackle that in just a few seconds. Also, Big Suge. G Mafia is in the building. Junior Mafia, baby, is here. JK number 5 says, YG, My Crazy Life is the only modern day album that made my top 20. Nowadays, I think I'm more geared towards Kendrick. And I don't know if Kendrick is still considered a new artist. Like, Kendrick puts out some really good material. My girl Rhapsody always pulls out some really good material. I like Big Sean, but is Big Sean considered new? I don't know. You know, I love J. Cole. J. Cole, again, but is J. Cole considered a new artist? I like J. Cole's music. So thank you for that, guys. Again, Iman is here. Jason says, ONYX all day. Cypress Hills are legend and fear. And fear from an easy walk in the park, but ONYX is my childhood to early teens. Like Cypress Hill, but ONYX damn near raised me, LOL. Listen, y'all, we're only 2 weeks away from ONYX versus Cypress Hills. And I gotta admit to y'all, man, listen. I gotta admit to y'all, I'm biased on this one. I'm going to be honest with you guys. ONYX versus Cypress Hills, and I love Cypress Hill. I'm biased on this one, man. Okay, because those who knows, I'm from Jamaica, Queens, man. This is home team. This is home team. ONYX, man. Southside Jamaica, Queens, man. Listen, we in the building, yo. Listen, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, Cypress Hill. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm biased. New York City, Jamaica, Queens, South Side. Huh? Cypress Hill, man. Listen, I love y'all, man. I grew up on y'all too. Love your music. Love your energy. Y'all got classics. Y'all got classics. But this is what it is, man. This is what it is. Jamaica, Queens. Jamaica, Queens in the building. I got ONYX for the win. And it's going to be a heavy win. Crush Cypress Hill. Let me stop. All right, today I'm going to go back to the comments. Thank you for that, Jason. Howard Good has another comment. Howard Good said, that's the saying. That's like saying Jokic and DeRozan are better than Hakeem and Jordan. Ooh. Basketball reference. Ooh, okay. Ooh. JK number 5 says, I walked to Pitkin Avenue, War Days, just to buy a tape. I went downtown Brooklyn for my CDs, Nevis Street. Brooklyn in the building. All right. So yeah, so again, one of the biggest differences of today's artists and artists of the 90s is accessibility to the music. A lot of artists today is not going to know the struggle it is to sell music, because selling music today is not as easy as it was back in the days. Back in the days, you really had to get up and go out there and purchase someone's CD. It took effort for you to purchase one's CDs. It wasn't like you just got up, hit a button, and the CD is in your phone. And I think one of the most important things we have to remember also is streaming platforms. In the 90s, we didn't have streaming platforms back then. Okay, we're going to get into that in a minute. Let me hit some more comments. Iman has a comment. Iman said, would like to see Black Moon and Smith and Weston do a versus. Woo! Woo! Now, Black Moon and Smith and Weston are, I mean, they cool. But, I'm not, man, I like Smith and Weston. I like Black Moon. If I had to choose on that, Iman, I'm going Black Moon, man. I'm going Black Moon. That's a nice comment, Iman. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, JK number 5. Diamond Onyx says, Cypress has a rock rap genre flow to me, not pop rock, but rock. Cypress Hills did blur the lines in their music. Okay, yes, they are a hip hop group, but yes, they did blur the lines in their music, which also helped with their popularity as well. So you really can't box them sometimes. When Cypress Hill does a concert, their concert be touching different things. So shout out to Cypress Hills for being so flexible. It's sort of like Run DMC. Run DMC can do their hip hop, but sometimes Run DMC was able to go out there, do a show, and have rock artists and do stuff like that as well too. Thank you for that, Diamond. Big Shook said, does ONYX even have enough in the Whoa, 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 whoa. Big Shook. Big Shook says, does ONYX even have enough in the catalog to even go against Cypress? Today we're talking about DDG. DDG claims that artists today, yo, Big Shook, yo. DDG claims that today's artists are 10 times better than artists of the 90s. If you agree with his comments, if you agree that today's artists are better than 90s artists, I need you to drop in the comment. Drop your top 10 artists from today, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. Artists from today, give me your top 10 that is better than top 10 from the 90s. If you don't agree with DDG, drop your top 10 from the 90s that are better than any of these artists today. I'm going to go back to Big Shook. Big Shook said, does ONYX even have enough in the catalog to even go against Cypress Hills? Wow. Big Shook is not playing games today. Woo! I'm not touching that one, Big Shook. You want something else today, boy. JK number 5 says, ONYX new album 1993 is fire! ONYX, fire! Fire! 4 fire emojis from JK number 5. ONYX does have some really good albums. Their first 3 albums, Back to F Up, and all, they got some really good early albums. Big Shook says MOP should go against ONYX. That's the same thing I think, Big Shook. I don't think MOP has enough for ONYX. ONYX has a lot of hits. A lot of hits. Some people might not know, which I don't know if that makes it a hit, but ONYX has a very deep catalog, Big Shook. Jason says, Big Shook, MOP declined when asked to go against ONYX. That is facts. And Big Shook said that's a shame. G Mafia got a comment. G Mafia says, back in the 90s, the world was more stable and carefully average. We didn't know too much what was going on in the life of rappers unless we heard it on track, radio, interviews, and music videos. That is true as well, too. Back in the days, whenever you really heard things about artists, it was either in magazines, like The Vibe and Source and stuff like that. And a lot of things that happened in rappers' lives didn't really come out right away. it started coming out when you started reading about it on the magazines, or when those rappers went on different shows, MTV, The Basement, stuff like that, Soul Train, stuff like that. That's when you really heard much about artists. Today, all that stuff comes out. It's right out here right now, same day. So yeah, G Mafia, that's a great comment. Thank you for that. Jason has a comment. Jason says, Big Shug, yeah, I don't know why ONYX was with it. MOP wasn't. I guess they feel they don't have enough hits for verses. Aside from Annie Up, Cold as Ice. You're cold as ice. That's a hard track. And how about some hardcore? It's all fan favorites, B-sides. I like, don't get me wrong, I like MOP as a crew. But going against ONYX I think has way too many hits for MOP. I'm not saying MOP doesn't have hits. I'm just saying that MOP, I don't think they can keep up with ONYX. Thank you for that, Jason. G Mafia says 1994 to 2005 was the golden era. Whew. 1994. When did Snoop come out? Did Snoop come out 02 or 04? Because Biggie did say, I'm trying to sell records like Snoop. When did Snoop come out? Was it 92 or 94? Hold on, let me check Snoop. Let me check Snoop's wiki. Hold up. I can't disrespect Snoop right here. Snoop didn't come out in 94. I can't agree with that. Let me see Doggy Style. Let me see when Doggy Style got dropped, yo. Let me see Doggy Style. 1993. 1993, Doggy Style came out, G Mafia. G Mafia, you gotta adjust that. G Mafia says 1994 to 2005. Doggy Style. Let's not disrespect Uncle Snoop. Doggy Style dropped in 1993. Doggy Style released November 1993. G Mafia, you gotta adjust that. Even Biggie Smalls says, I'm trying to sell records like Snoop. Snoop was going multi-platinum in 1993. No. G Mafia, you gotta adjust that one, G Mafia. I agree, 1994, 2005 is hard. Snoop was moving units over there in the West Coast. All right, when we thought we were the best over here in the East, that boy Snoop was moving units. 1993, G Mafia. You gotta adjust that, G Mafia. Thank you for that. JK number 5 says bald head versus weed heads. That's right. ONYX versus Cypress Hill is coming. BC has a comment. BC says people have to literally wait in line for those sales back then. That is facts. Listen, I don't know if people overlook what that really means to get up and go out to buy a CD. I don't know if some people don't understand how difficult that is. If you didn't want to use gas, if you didn't want to go waste gas to go to the store, if you didn't have a corner store close to you, like I'm close to Jamaica Ave, I could have just walked down Jamaica Ave and purchased my CDs, 5-10 blocks. It wasn't far. Some people have to drive literally miles to go to a mall, to go to a store, to go to a record store. Okay, so it wasn't easy. Sometimes you had to plan. Yo, the album comes out Tuesday or the album comes out Thursday. You know what? I'm going to be in the mall on Saturday. I'll pick it up Saturday. The album comes out. I want to get it. Oh, I want to get this Biggie album. I got to go today. Let me take a cab. So BC has a really good point. Let me read that again. BC, thank you for the comment. BC says people had to literally wait in line for those sales back then. Nowadays, fans aren't even downloading the whole album. And we used to get full albums back then. 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 22 track albums. 3.5 minutes to 4 minutes per track. Nowadays, you see an album 7 songs, 10 songs, 11 songs. 2-minute track. Oh, man. BC, thank you for that comment. JK number 5 says, enter the stage. Ooh, that's Black Moon. Enter the stage, Black Moon versus The Shining. Ooh, JK number 5. Brooklyn in the building today. Diamond Onyx says a crossover audience. Yes. And you know what, Diamond? Let me say this too, because I don't want to disrespect Onyx. Let me say this too. Both Cypress Hills and Onyx have crossover fans. Onyx does a lot of European tours. Like right now, Onyx is touring right now. Onyx tours Europe all the time. Onyx tours all over the world all the time. So Onyx is not just an America group. You can see Onyx touring all over the world. So thank you for that, Diamond. Yes, Cypress Hill does have a crossover audience. Onyx as well. Let's give Onyx their props. JK number 5 says Cypress Hill give me MGK vibes. Machine Gun Kelly, I don't think his bars are up to par with Cypress Hills, and Cypress Hill just has so many classic tracks, man. So again, today we're talking about the artist DDG, saying that artists from today are 10. Now he didn't say 1, 2. He said they are 10 times better than artists from back in the days. Does the internet help artists today with selling music? Yes. 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 Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music. These were all things that were invented in the mid-2000s. These are the things that help album sales today. Music streaming platforms have elevated album sales. A lot of these artists right now with these weak bars, believe you me, people were not going out there to go and purchase CDs with those weak bars. I'm going to give you my top 10. Let me give you my top 10. I got Wu-Tang Clan. I got to put the whole clan in there. I'm sorry. Wu-Tang Clan. I'm putting the whole clan in there. It's my 90s list that is better than any 10 artists today. Wu-Tang Clan, Tupac Shakur, Notorious B.I.G., MC Lyte, Jay-Z, DMX, Nas, Foxy Brown, Scarface, Rakim, and KRS-One. That's my top 10 I'm going with. And I would have asked too, is DDG even better than some of our worst rappers of the 90s? Like I said, I listened to him. When he posted this, I went on Tidal. I did. I went on Tidal. I went on my Tidal. And I researched him. So let me listen to some of this music. Let me listen to his 4 top songs on his list. I listened to the 4 top songs. He had a couple albums. He had a couple albums in there. Listened to a couple of his albums today. Is DDG even better than Silk the Shocker? Is DDG better than Floor Rider? You're talking about now, is DDG better than Coolio? I listened to his music. I bumped it in the stereo. Is DDG better than Vanilla Ice? You new artists be killing me, yo. Y'all be thinking because y'all got some streams, y'all be thinking because somebody press on that and listen to it once, I'm not listening to this ever again. Is DDG even better than Chingy? Hit the comments, man. Hit the comments down below. Let me hear from y'all, man. I'm going to hear from y'all. Let me hear from y'all, man. ONYX versus Cypress Hill is coming up. Let me hear from y'all down below. Let me hit the comments, man. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see some list over here. I see a nice list there too. Okay. Diamond Onyx says she's going with ONYX. G Mafia has a list. This is G Mafia's list. Best rappers of their time, 90 to 1991. LL Cool J. Woo. 1992 to 1993, Dr. Dre. 1993 to 1994, Snoop Doggy Dogg. 1994 to 1995, Notorious B.I.G. 1995 to 1996, Tupac Shakur himself. 1996 is Nas. 1997 to 1998, Puffy and Mace. Whoa! Woo! Oh, okay. Now, let's finish. I got a question mark on that one. Let's finish. 1998 to 1999, Miss Lauryn Hill herself. I can't complain with that. DMX and Busta Rhymes. I can't argue with that. That's beautiful. 1999 to the 2000, Missy and Jay-Z. G Mafia. G Mafia. Nice list. I love the list. I love the list. I only question 1997 to 1998, Puffy and Mace. I'm not saying Puffy and Mace was bad. I never thought of Puffy as a great artist, but Mace had a run. That first Mace album, people loved that album. So mixtapes, Murder Mace, Mace did have a run. So I'm not going to discredit Mace. And I don't know why you wait till 1999 to 2000 to name Jay-Z. Jay-Z been rocking since 1990s. But you know what? I like the list, G Mafia. I like that list. G Mafia, I like that. I like that. NYC 187 says Sticky was shot on stage like Source Awards. Sticky will shoot on stage like Source Awards. LOL. Listen, I hope no violence becomes of the ONYX versus Cypress Hills. I love them both. Please, let's keep it cordial. Please, let's keep it music. I know some of y'all might be smoking. I know ONYX is a little wild and crazy, but please, let's keep it to the music. Jason got a comment. Jason says, Big Sugar, if you include all their group albums, solo albums, and features, like Sticky Fingers verse on Remember Me or Eminem album, they have enough to go against Cypress Hill. Listen, ONYX has way more than 20 hits to play, okay? We are going to hear some stuff that we probably didn't expect ONYX to play on that verses. I can't wait for that verses. Thank you for that, Jason. Iman has a comment. Iman says, Dog Pound versus Compton's Most Wanted. I'm going Dog Pound, easily, Iman, easily. I love Dog Pound. That's my crew. Jason says, MOP versus Black Moon. Ooh, I'm going Black Moon. If MOP goes against Black Moon, I like MOP, but Black Moon got some bangers. I'm going Black Moon, Jason. JK number 5 says, MOP dissed ONYX on their Rugged Never Smooth video. Back in the days, it wasn't that nice, man. There's a lot of hostility back then. You know, JK number 5, you know how it is. Howard Good. Howard Good says 92 on Chronic and 93 with Doggy Style. So yes, G Mafia, you gotta revisit that list, because Snoop Doggy Dogg, you said 94 to 95. Snoop Doggy Dogg had a classic in 93. That's one of those albums, Doggy Style I'm talking about. That's one of those albums that will forever live. Okay? Classic. I don't ever want to disrespect Snoop. That is a classic album still today. Howard, good, thank you for that. Big Shug says South Central Cartel versus RBL Posse. Big Shug is going deep. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna put that on my list, Big Shug, and I'm gonna check those out. Let me screenshot that so I can check that out later, Big Shug. I'm gonna check out those two groups and see what they're all about. Thank you for that, Big Shug. JK number 5 says 94 was Nas, Biggie, Snoop was late 93. That's right. Snoop came out 93. Nas and them came out. But Nas had Back to the Barbecue with Main Source. I gotta check what year. I think it was 92. Nas dropped something. I'll check that too. Yo. Again, DDG claims that today's rappers are 10 times better than rappers of the 90s. I totally disagree. I think today hip-hop music is very forgettable. I don't enjoy that there is so much music coming out. And I know you have to be consistent with your music to grow your following, to grow the people that follow you. So nowadays you will see a lot of artists dropping albums, dropping singles, dropping songs, I know, back to back to back to back. You know, it's because the attention span of the fan today is very short. Okay, if you're an artist and you come out and you drop a song or you drop an album, within a month or so, 2 months or so, with so much music being released, so many new artists coming out, you might get forgotten about. You know, even though you put out some good stuff, some good material, because there's so much music coming out, people are putting out stuff so consistently, you might get left in the back. So a lot of artists nowadays, they flood the industry, the market with so much music because it keeps them relevant, it grows their audience, and now with the streaming numbers, it helps with the streaming numbers, so it helps towards their sales. But when it comes to music, we have to also remember that quality of music is important. Longevity of music is important. It's like when you, like I said, whenever I ask people for their top 10s, 8, maybe even 7 of those are usually old school artists. I can't tell you the last time somebody gave me their top 10 and there was anybody new except for Kendrick and Cole. Every person that I asked for, give me your top 10 all time. Give me your top 10 artists all time. It's usually the same 10. And that has to say something because there's a lot of artists that's not even here anymore. Tupac has been going for 20-something years. Biggie has been going for 20-something years. Big L has been going for 20-something. Big Pun been going for 20-something years. And when you look at people's top 10, look how much music has been released since 2000 all the way here. And people still put those guys in their top 10. That has to say something. So DDG, as much as I like to respect people's opinions, you know, music is very subjective. I can hear something, like it. You might hear the same thing, don't like it. I understand that. But to claim that artists today are 10 times better than artists of the 90s is total ludicrous. Total ludicrous. And again, take a look at Verzuz. Take a look at Verzuz. Verzuz is one of the most unique shows to come out in the last 10, 20 years. Every time Verzuz does something, Verzuz trends. Verzuz has been going just up since Verzuz has been announced. Yet still you have seen no new artists on Verzuz. As popular as Verzuz is right now, and it's getting more and more popular. The last Verzuz with BB and CC Winans versus Mary Mary, it was on the weekend of the NBA playoffs. And on Twitter, it was blowing away the NBA. But yet still, all of these Verzuz that we've seen so far, there's not one new artist that has been featured on Verzuz. That has to say something. Every time a Verzuz artist come on and does a Verzuz, you look at the streaming sites, numbers go up. People start, oh, I never knew that. Oh, I never knew, but look at their numbers. Look at Instagram. Look at Twitter. Look at Facebook. A lot of new music that come out right now, it's hot today. Within a week, 2 weeks, a month, it's gone. So we're at the hour line. We're going to get ready to get up out of here. I'm going to read a few more comments before we go. Don't forget, tomorrow is Freestyle Friday. We got a brand new Freestyle Friday coming. We just dropped the the Black Star Review Part 1. We got Part 2 coming, and then we got the full one coming soon. If you like those videos, I need y'all to watch the Part 1s, the Part 2s. We only get paid for the Part 1, Part 2s. When we drop the full episode has a lot of copyright stuff on it, so we really don't get paid for the full episode. So I would appreciate y'all if y'all would start watching the Part 1s and the Part 2s. Leave some comments, let me know how you guys feel about those. But that's going to be the structure going forward with album reviews. We're going to give you all half of it. We're going to give you the second half. Those two we're going to be editing up to take out the copyright stuff so we don't get copyright strikes on them. And those is what YouTube usually pays us for. So check out the Part 1s and the Part 2s. The Part 3s are going to be the full episode. You get all the music, listen to all the songs all the way through. Watch those as well, but Part 2 is coming soon. Thank you all for coming through. I see Tracy Sandy is in the building with the fire emojis. Let me read some more comments before we get up out of here. I'm going to read a few more. JK number 5 says, Juvenile was late 98. His success was in 99. Shout out to Juvenile. Hot Boys. G Mafia said, the Chronic came out Christmas of 92. Woo! Chronic, baby. But blew up in 93. And Doggy Style came out in Christmas 93 and blew up in 94. G Mafia. Here in New York City, when albums come out, here in New York City back then, we would go to a music factory on Jamaica Avenue and cop the albums day one. Okay? Snoop dropped in November, so we had 2 months to bump Snoop Doggy Dogg here in New York City. The first time I ever heard about Gin and Juice was off of Snoop Dogg's album. The first time I ever heard about Tanqueray Gin was off of Snoop Dogg's album, okay? I started drinking Tanqueray in 1993 because of Snoop Dogg, and I started drinking Gin and Juice. We used to drink gin. We used to drink Seagram's gin. But I started drinking Gin and Juice, Seagram's gin with juice, because of Snoop Dogg. Put some respect on 1993 Snoop Dogg name, y'all. Thank you for that, G Mafia. Shout out. Jason Mafia says, that's why they agreed to go against each other. They are worldwide groups that blend rock and rap elements in their music, and their live shows has mosh pits and stage dive. That is correct. If you've ever been to an ONYX show, it gets crazy. Mosh pits, fights, slams. If you've ever been to a Cypress Hill show, it gets crazy. Mosh pit, slam, a lot of smoking. So yes, Jason is correct. They are pretty similar. Jason has another comment. Plus, Verzuz was getting backlash for having Verzuz battles in California, but not having enough West Coast artists on their platform. That's why Cypress was chosen in Cali after Fredro called him out. So shout out to the venue. This is not going to be ONYX's home crowd, but I think they're going to do pretty well with it. JK number 5 says, Silk killed it on Pure Uncut. Is it Silk or what do you call them? Silk the Shocker. Okay. Jason says, NYC 187. I was thinking about that. I was thinking that. Big Shug has a list. Big Shug. Let me give you Big Shug's list. Big Shug says, my top 10, J.O. Felony, classic. Notorious B.I.G., Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg. Hold up. Shout out to J.O. Felony, man. That's a name I don't really hear a lot more, but J.O. Felony was very popular back in the 90s, man. Shout out to J.O. Felony. Let me start over, Big Shug. Shug, thank you for that. J.O. Felony, Notorious B.I.G., Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, Tupac Shakur, Dr. Dre, Rakim, Beanie Siegel, the Broad Street Bully. Oh, okay. 50 Cent and Cameron. I'm not mad at that list. I like that list. Again, shout out to J.O. Felony. That's a nice list, Big Shug. And my boy Beanie Siegel is on that list. Shout out to that list. That's what's up. JK number 5 says, Lil Yach did a song called Mace 97. Stop biting our music, y'all. Lil Yachty, don't bite our music. Don't do that. Howard Good says, Ice Cube was the best rapper in 1991. Whoa! Woo! 1991? 1991? Blueprint came out in, you know what? Howard Good, thank you for that comment. You said 91, I'm sorry, 2001. 1991, Ice Cube was on a run. You're right. 1990, 1991, Ice Cube was holding it down on the West Coast. You're right. Slick Rick was out. I know, yeah. Rakim was doing this thing, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Cool G Rap, yeah, 91. I'm not mad at that. Ice Cube, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Ice Cube held it down for a long time. I like that, Howard Good. I like that. Shout out to Ice Cube, 1990, 1991. I like that. G Mafia said, Jake number 5, I'm talking their success era. Biggie saw his 95 One More Chance remix, and Nas saw his in 1996. It was written. Illmatic is still, some call Nas' best work. Okay, I too agree It Was Written was the better album, but a lot of people have claimed that Illmatic is Nas's best piece of work. So I'm gonna hit a few more comments. G Mafia says 1997 was when Bad Boy took over the rap charts. Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, man. Hypnotized, Feel So Good, Been Around the World, and yeah, More Money, More Power. That was an ill run too. That Bad Boy run was ill. That Bad Boy versus Death Row run, that was an ill run. Iman says, how old are 50? How old you? How old are you? 50? If you're asking me, I'm 51. All right, so I've been around for a long time watching hip hop. Thank you for that, Iman. G Mafia said Jay-Z might have been hot in 98, but Lauryn Hill and DMX were hotter. Ooh, DMX did have 2 albums in 1 year though, so I can't get mad at that. I can't get mad at X. Y'all know I can't get mad at X. X dropped It Was Dark and Hell Is Hot early in the year. No, he dropped yeah, It's Dark and Hell Is Hot. It was early in the year, and the same year he dropped Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. So shout out to X on that. All right, y'all, we're gonna get up out of here. Thank you all for joining the show. Don't forget, tomorrow, Freestyle Friday coming. Check that out. Turn on your notifications. If you want to support the channel, don't forget, hit our PayPal link down below. Don't forget to go watch that Mos Def Talib Kweli Black Star review. We got part 1 out. We got part 2 coming pretty soon. And we're going to drop the full video a little time down the line, all right? It's your boy Onslaught Tree. Thank you all. I'm going to see you all next Thursday.